stream is up and running. Now let's see if we can get live. Get live, get live, get live, get live, get live. Hey, hey. Dun, 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 dun. You are now watching Mad TV. Mad. Get live, get live, get live, get live, get live. Hey, 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 get live, get live, get live, get live, get live. All right, now let's wait for everybody to catch up. All right, um, there is Twitch coming onto line. Yeah, there's YouTube coming online. And where's Tick? Where's the ticket? And there is TikTok coming on liney line. Yeah. What's up? I know one of the Jordan Elijah just came in, I bet. Yep, I'm here first. Yeah, I knew the name was too long for it to be Robert. Uh, there's Robert. Hey, Robert Cam and Penelope. Greetings, salutations. I am. Yeah, come on in. Come on in. I am. I'm getting the soapbox ready. Yeah, I'm just sitting on the soapbox. So we're gonna be on the soapbox. Come on in. Come on in. Make yourself at home. Yeah. How are you all doing tonight? How's everybody doing? Greetings. Greetings. I see you over on Instagram. I see Twitch and TikTok and X and Twitter. Everybody's online tonight. And GCPR. Greetings and salutations. It is now 10 o'clock Central Standard Time, 11 o'clock Eastern Time, and you are listening to TNathan. And you know, if you're listening to TNathan at this time, the time is exact. You're listening to Conversations with TNathan. And if I am late, I have a whole list of people whose fault it is. And that would be everybody that wouldn't let me go out of a live earlier today. Yes, just ask me. I'm giving names. I will drop names. I have no problem dropping names. No problem dropping names. Okay. Let's see my connection tight on my computer. I don't know why I always do that. Ooh. As they come in, we'll call them out. So how are you all doing today? It wasn't you. It's like, who, me, Jesus? Yeah. Who, me? Yeah. That's one of them. Olivia just came in. Yeah, Olivia. But it was also the panels. Yeah. I know I had to get to some research. I say that every night. Like, I don't categorize things throughout the course of the day. So there is a little disingenuousness when I'm like so I'm doing research. I don't really I do research every my existence is research. If I listen to a story, I research story and then. But yeah, I am fortunate. I have so many. I am so privileged when it comes to certain elements of my intelligence about how it works and how the eidetic memory and able to hold long passages of ideas and also connect dots. But don't ask me to remember your birthday. What's up, Rain? Where's Waldo? Can't tell you where Waldo's at right now. He's hiding. And then Siren. Siren is one of the other reasons. Like I say, as they come in, I will tell you. Siren's another reason that I'm late because she didn't drop me off the panel quick enough. She's supposed to drop me after the first time I say I'm leaving. But she waited till like I was third time. But I'm kind of glad she didn't because some of the conversation that we had needed to be have. But she's good. She's good at making the right call at the right time. So thank you. And my nephew, he's a reason I'm late because he didn't get back to me in a timely manner and stop me from I'm about to drive out to I was like, oh, we got to leave on the third because we got to go pick nephew up. So, my bad. I was target practice and we'll. Yeah, right. So, no, it's all good. First, get the pleasantries out the way. I hope everyone is all right. I hope your day is going good and I hope you are safe and sound. Now let's dive into some things I wanted to talk about tonight. First, the military today, under the new Secretary of Drunken Under the Influence Defense, Pete Hegseth, he announced that the military will be getting rid of trans soldiers. And unlike the last time, this is across the board. They will be getting rid of trans soldiers out of the military. And I found this disturbing because um, we're erasing the contributions of trans people. And I also, especially it comes on the day where Iowa is trying to pass a legislation to remove trans people from a protected class. Um, and this is the thing that gets me, right? This is just the start. That's why I'll be looking at people and they say they're sitting out for the next 4 years. These are the litmus tests that are just the start. Trans people, we're just acting like they haven't served in this country in the capacity post trans, pre trans. Um, like those things are just going to be erased. Um, I just saw, I just saw your Megan, what you did about Megan Kelly. Kelly, that was hilarious. Yeah, and Secretary of DUI's defense. Yes, that's Pete Hegseth. Um, just the girl is in here. Did you? She all right? She been missing lately. I'm telling grandmother you lied on us. Nope, you're telling the truth. Tell I told the truth. So you're getting to the point where you're looking at we're just going to wipe away the contributions. We're going to just act like trans people are no longer visible. We're basically watching the erasure of trans people from the legal protections that they obviously should be afforded, not only for their service, but also because when we look at the fact that as a subgroup, trans people are more likely to be the victims of violence than their non trans straight counterparts. But not only that, but in that subgroup, black trans women are 4 times more likely to be assaulted and killed in that subgroup. So you are asking this country to basically not live out its creed. You're asking this country to not acknowledge the service of those trans people as you seek to erase them. But the erasure is the bad part of the erasure is you're erasing them because you don't mind violence being done against them. And therein lies question. And this is my statement. Um, I think that's why I didn't want to do a public panel because I wanted to talk about this without the distraction. I wanted to understand that there's going to reminds me of something my mother used to tell me, right? My mother used to always tell me when somebody crossed me or tried to cross me out, she said, they're going to need you way before you ever need them. And that is true throughout my life. I have never needed anybody who crossed me out. But I always have people, even on social media, I have people that have talked about me behind my back, that did this, did that. But when they needed something, they always showed back up. And I hope that when the trans community is needed by this country, that they say no. I'm telling you, I hope they say no. I want us all to learn. I'm waiting until they get to the part when they say black people can't serve in the military. I was like, you think you're gonna win any wars without us? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. When the enemy, I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen when that happens. As we watch um, the military be defamed and declawed at the rate that this present administration is seeking to do it, what you're going to see is you're going to see countries take advantage of it. Once we no longer are the strongest military in the world, not just by our weaponry, but by our moral ideology of banding together, you're going to see how, okay, there's the TikTok. TikTok's coming in now. You're going to see what countries really think of us. I'm telling you, you all don't realize a lot of the countries that tolerate the United States tolerate them because of the people in the military, not just because they're capable of wiping out a country, because basically they're still the representatives of Americans that people see in other countries. They are usually first on a large scale militarily deployed people. That's why the French fell in love with the Hellcats because the Hellcats, the Harlem Hellcats, during World War One, were liberators. That was the first they seen when they were not even allowed to serve with the all white entries. They sent them on the toughest jobs. They sent them out thinking they were sending them on suicide missions, and the Harlem Hellcats managed to not only achieve the objective, but lose more men in statistical probability than the white troops would lose doing simpler tasks. Mercy beaucoup. I'm so through with you, pirate. I'm so through. Russia's going to be the first one to get at us. I don't think so, Steve. I don't think what, and I'm gonna tell you, and this is historical perspective. Number one, before I get to Russia, I want to say that depending on how the United States handles the Ukrainian crisis, as far as this peace deal with Putin, if they are too weak, you're gonna see China. Y'all can film this. You're gonna see China invade Taiwan. You're going to see China invade Taiwan, and in the next 6 months, you're going to see more active military drills um, in simulating an invasion of Taiwan, if not an outright invasion of Taiwan, because China is going to receive the message that this United States now is no longer willing to live up to its treaty with Taiwan or its implicit treaty. And it shouldn't surprise anybody. Historically, this country has broken almost every treaty with the indigenous population that is entered into. So it shouldn't really surprise people that they will break treaties or treaties of understanding with other countries. As we watch, and it's not that I'm Europe capping, but understand that the only time Article 5 has been implemented by NATO was on 9/11. European countries were ready to come to the United States defense in any way because they were a member of NATO and they didn't care about what the obstacles were. That once they just need. That's why we went into the invasion of Iraq with so much force is because NATO had been activated in defense of the United States. Now we're looking at the fact that we are talking about literally invading a NATO country when Trump was talking about taking Greenland. And Greenland is by proxy in NATO because the Danish are. So you're basically looking at attacking a NATO country to take their land. It's interesting, but that's another conversation for another day. Um, see what comments I mixed. I yeah, that's okay. I'm trying to catch up with comments on different platforms, see if they're talking about any questions I need to answer. Right. So, greetings, salutations. So, you get to the point where you realize that in this, as we watch the denigration morally and physically of our country, right? And this is why I say it's hard to sit back and say you're not going to do anything because it's easier to break something than it is to repair it, especially when you could have stopped it from getting totally broken in the first place. What's going to happen is a lot of these people that are saying they're not going to do anything. Number one, most of them, 98% of them were not involved in the first place. So I don't even know why I'm even talking about it like that. But I want them to realize if they think they're going to deliver some coup de grace later in this situation, no, it's not going to happen because you're going to be on sit down and systemically weighted till everybody else was slowly eliminated, and then you're going to make the same. It amazes me how I listen to people and I be like, have you read The Art of War? Yeah, I know I said the art of war, but I got to show off the Egyptian book of coming forth by day also. Yeah, if you know, you know. But this, they call it the Egyptian book of the dead, but it's actually called the Egyptian book of coming forth by day. If you know, you know. But I had to say that off because I like this is my collection. But people amaze me that they are following people that have never picked up a copy of any book talking about strategy and one of the best strategical books you could ever read. Even though I don't believe Sun Tzu was an actual person as more than a title. I think Sun Tzu was a title passed down to great generals in in Chinese history. But the lessons that this teaches you strategically and watching people right now thinking somehow the divide and conquer voluntary strategy is going to somehow lead to liberation is beyond me. I just realized you're shadow banned and I haven't seen you so long. Right. And you know what I do? I continue to do what I do, and I allow people that are supposed to be down with it. They're supposed to come here. Yeah, that's what I do. I laugh at. I make videos laughing at that because at the end of the day, I think if you're looking for the revolution and it's information to just fall out the sky to you, then you're not doing your part and being a revolutionary at the end of the day. But thank you for finding. But I've been here. Even when I'm banned, I'm somewhere. I'm somewhere on social media because for me, social media is a tool, and it's our fault if we don't use tools and stop falling in love with the tool and not just using whatever tool is available. Like right now, I'm on the radio in Europe and Africa on GCPR. I am and on all my social medias and you can catch me on it. And you can even watch the shows if you miss them on YouTube. So that's the thing. So I'm watching these people as I watch the trans community, and in any good strategy, we always see that you start with the lowest hanging fruit first. You eliminate the lowest hanging fruit first. And this country and their hatred is towards the trans community is been on display openly for the last. I get some. Is that? Oh, where my towel? Oh, okay. I get it. Yeah, okay. Openly against trans community for the last 2 decades, evenly. Even in the face, it's like, and I say this: anytime marginalized community makes any gains um, legally, there's always backlash because straight white cis people feel attacked. They feel attacked. So there's always that backlash that comes. And that's why I say you need to just punch them in the face. Less backlash when you punch them in the face. When you don't, when you try to talk to them rationally and reasonably, they interpret that as a sign to continue to misuse you and abuse you. So ever since gay marriage was legalized and codified, conservatives have been on a quest to undo every gain of the LGBTQ community since then. And the first thing in the LGBTQ community that they hit are the T, trans people, because they build this ideology. Like I say, you have people that literally are molesting children in their church, talking about being trans is the sin, right? And I told someone, and they were talking. I say, why is it that you all care more about trans than you do about speaking out against domestic violence against women? I was watching this guy and he called himself a Christian, and all his page is about speaking out on trans and not one thing about speaking out on the violence done against women in this country. And that's because, you know, that's the hate that they are initially have. And also, it's also self hatred. Yeah, it's if you want to wear your wife panties, just wear your wife panties. You don't have to hate somebody because you want to wear your wife's panties. Wear your wife panties. Nobody has to know. Just do you. Everyone put I love TikTok shop in the comments until my favorite color here. Thank you, Reese, because I am not I am not responsible for watching out for my page's own safety, and that's why I appreciate you all because they do the Dora Milaje, my nephew, the chief of security. Y'all do a great job of protecting the page, and I thank you all for that because I am reckless when it comes to speaking truth. I hate the shop. I can't stop it. I'm not even reading pirate. All right, I have to start. Uh, see, so and this is why I say revolutionaries are different than people who call themselves revolutionaries. Revolutionaries stand against injustice. It didn't even make sense to stand against injustice because if you don't stand against injustice and you're just waiting for the injustice to knock at your door, by the time it knocks at your door, that means it has gone through everybody between you and where they started at. And if you don't help those where they start, then you're only ensuring you have no one to fight with. And I understand people are saying, because of the November 5th election and how this country voted. And I understand that. But two things could be true at the same time. You could take a stance against understanding the racism and bigotry and misogyny and menage a noir that is in this country, and also realize that you need to actually step up. And like I tell you, I don't follow white liberals. You are free to join me, but you're not free to lead because you have shown us that what your leadership does. You're not free to lead. But if you want to fight for liberation, then I am like El Haj Malik Shabazz said, I will join with anybody who wants to change this miserable condition on this earth. But asterisk for TNathan is we're no longer following white liberals because you all have shown us. And if you have a problem with that, then that means you were really not down for liberation either, and you really don't understand your own failure. And one thing that is ensured to happen again, if you don't understand your own failure, you are condemned to continue to make those failure decisions, right? Um, Somebody give Pirate 5 seconds. Somebody give Pirates 5 seconds. Need some milk? I got great greetings, salutations. So, and that's why you see me when I talk. I can talk about, and I don't think people understand how you can hold thoughts in your mind that they may view as conflicting, but are necessary. Like I can sit here and condemn and talk about the Arab Americans and the Muslim Americans that supported Donald Trump while also not standing in alliance with the carpet bombing of children in Gaza. Yeah, those two are not mutually inclusive. Yes, I've come to realize that you people were performative and you didn't have the best interest of what you said at heart. And I could also not piss on you if you're on fire, but that doesn't mean that I sit back and I support the carpet bombing of children. And when I see people that tell me, well, we can't do that, I don't know who we you're talking about because most of the people that say what I shouldn't do, I didn't see you out there. So don't make me call you out because a lot of you all, especially when I see people in predominantly black places that I've been like Atlanta for protests or other places, and these people are the ones talking the loudest, and I was like, I know I didn't see you in Washington on the plaza getting tear gas doing a Black Lives Matter rally. I know I didn't see you there. So please don't talk to me. You're part you're part of the people we're not following. If you want to join us, we're all fine for that. But there are conditions. And those conditions is that you must listen and you must prove. Like we had to prove ourselves in this fight for liberation of everybody else that now you all have to prove. That doesn't mean we're not going to fight for liberation. That means we're no longer fighting in the manner that you all have been laying down. And you're going to be called out on your failure. And if you can't handle that, then maybe you wasn't in the fight for liberation ever anyway. And that is the truth of the matter. The time for talking and um, acting only in accordance with what gets you to the finish line is over. We're going to prioritize getting those that are least that are most marginalized to the finish line, and we're going to do the tush push of the Philadelphia Eagles and get us all across the line, because you all have shown us that you all are great running backs once you get the ball, but you're not great defenders of helping everybody else get to the goal. So feel about it how you would like, but that is the new standard. That's new standard. That's why you see me every night on here talking about how marginalized communities are being affected by the policies that some people are sitting back and talking about they're not going to engage in, because historically, I know they have never picked up a copy of any historical book where that has worked out. Because I be wanting people to show me historically, when has that position, because you all not the first to say this, when has that position ever worked for us? I'll wait. Just tell me. When has the position of not engaging ever worked for any marginalized people throughout history? In Rome, when people were like, well, we're going to just stay out of Rome's way and we're just going to do that, what happened? Rome invaded them and took them over and made them part of the Roman Empire. When in 1939, when Mustache Man marched into Poland, and the rest of their allies said, you know, we just going to give him Poland and maybe he'll be happy, because right now he has the most powerful army on the continent, because we didn't believe when he was amassing an army that he would possibly use it to enact retribution for World War II. Like, we don't know why he's building an army. How stupid can you be? And then he picked you off one by one. And if it wasn't for the intervention of the United States military with its diversity of black, Hispanic, indigenous people, then Europe would have not been liberated from the grasp of the mustache man that was literally bombing, blitzkrieging um, England on a regular basis. See, this is what I talk about, the historical perspective that people don't have when first steps happen. Because from first steps and knowing the history of what man is capable of, we have we should be able to see where this going. You don't have it's not predicting the future based on tea leaves. It's predicting where we're going based upon where we have been. What's up, attorney? I was watching some of your content the other day, especially. I was going to ask you about the test, because he was talking about the test and how it turned out, and if you failed it, to take it again. And I was like, what happened with the test? So that's why I was watching your content. I went down that rabbit hole on your page. But as long as silence is betrayal for marginalized groups, yes, silence is betrayal. There is nothing, trust me, I understand anger. I understand being angry. I do. I get it. But if we don't take that rage and turn it into something productive for us as marginalized people and us as black people, then all we're doing, and I just don't understand how people don't realize that against the enemy, that yes, and people say, well, unity, and then I meet see people and they be like, oh no, you all act like these are binary choices. You act like it's a binary choice. My third round is I'm only joining with people who agree to follow. Yeah, that's it. That's that's another option. It's not either or. It's not do nothing or continue to bash our heads against um the framework for the benefit of others. No, there's the other road, the road truly less traveled, the road where you all are now going to sit back and say, "Yep, we fucked it up for 400 years. We want to make it right, but we don't know how to make it right because we're not good at fighting people that look like us." Yes, right now, white liberals are showing me you all are not good at fighting people that look like you all because you all get confused. Y'all, we come up with all kinds of excuses. Well, that's my dad, that's my mom, that's my cousin. I can't really be this way with somebody in my family. Your family is the problem. Now, are you a revolutionary, or are you, because you want us to be that way? And I give you little examples. You want us to cut off every black person in the community that does anything, be it marginally bad or majorly bad. You want us to not listen to R. Kelly because he turns out to be a piece of shit. But you won't even call out your people for their racism. But you want us to cut out just listening to music. You want us not to watch The Cosby Show because Bill Cosby was a piece of shit. We can have two thoughts. I can call Bill Cosby a piece of shit and still learn the lessons. I don't watch The Cosby Show anyway. But you get what I mean. I didn't like The Cosby Show. I was a different world guy. I love the different world. But that is the reality of it. But you have shown us that by the same virtue, and I be listening. I was thinking about Morgan Waller, right? And how he said the N word and people were calling him out. But y'all still go and buy his album. Y'all still don't protest when he's nominated for Grammys. You still don't do that because you all have a hard time fighting people that look like you. Well, now you gonna follow us. I used to love Cosby Show. Yeah. Thank you, Rain. Yes, y'all can pin that. Also, because I keep forgetting, I keep saying that I'm supposed to start my show by saying that yes, we're taking donations and the Cash App right here in case you don't get in there, or the GoFundMe page that we're taking donations for our trip to Selma for the 60th commemoration of Bloody Sunday, and I'll be there from the 5th to the 10th with the nephew, with Nick, and you all. We're taking donations to help us get there. I still don't have the camera equipment because I didn't raise enough money for the camera equipment, but anything y'all can do is definitely appreciated because we're going to document it. If we have to document it with phones, we're going to document it. And we're also going to be going to Montgomery out because the trek was from Selma to Montgomery. So we're going to make that trek also. But we're going to Montgomery. We're going to go to the Lynching Museum. And I know it's called the Museum of Peace and Justice, but it's the Lynching Museum in commemoration of people that were lynched, black people that were lynched in this country after Reconstruction. See, this is the thing people don't realize. More lynchings happened in this country to black people after the Civil War than before the Civil War because people don't realize this. We were no longer legal property after the Civil War. See, we were legal property before the Civil War. And so you could beat your property, you can damage your property, but you always wanted to get as much work out of your property. And if that failed, you wanted to breed your property before you killed it and moved on to the next generation. After the Civil War, even the sharecroppers, there were just so many that they were like, hey, if you cross us, we will kill you. That was a new threat. That was I talk about liberation, and people don't realize that. That's why I say the Civil War, after, especially after the North withdrew troops, federal troops from the South, that in the rise of the Klan, is that yes, lynching us became more expansive because we were no longer property. We were just we weren't citizens either. We didn't become citizens until the 14th Amendment, which you when I talk about people just sitting on the sidelines, if it wasn't for a federal judge, because I didn't see anybody protesting or talking about it except several people like myself, and trying to remind black people that you got your citizenship in this country based upon the 14th Amendment. That might not be the amendment you want to let people start just overturning for any reason. For any reason. Because I know it's a tedious tie. But at the end of the day, once that thread starts to unravel, I know the whole harvest more strange fruit, bro. Yes. People really don't know that. I recommend Without Sanctuary, powerful book. Without you recommend that book? Without Sanctuary? You like that book? Yeah. Did you recommend it to somebody already? You recommend it Without Sanctuary? I tell you, anytime, oh, turn it this way. And this is the thing, because at the lynching museum, every one of the lynchings in this book, right? Every one of the lynchings in this book is going to be represented at the lynching museum. I don't like it when I call it the lynching museum. They like it's about lynching. Yeah, any way you want to slice it. You all look for colloquialisms and for it, and but it's lynching. I love how he just pulls books out. listen, listen. The nephew could tell you it's books all around my room, right? As a matter of fact, I gotta straighten up to get this is my man cave, right? So I gotta straighten it up before the nephew gets here. But yeah, there are rooms, there are books all around this room, right? I bet you don't know the art of war. Or God can take Olivia right now, 5 seconds. Yeah, you know what, Barry? Don't give him 5 seconds. Not give him 5 seconds. I got him. Because I'm gonna give him up too late. 5 seconds on it. The pictures are haunting as hell. Yes, they are, and that's why Anubis. I tell people I don't understand how you sit back in the face of injustice when these injustices have been visited upon you. Check the poll. You will find where you can make donations for the trip to Selma. Yes, I love books myself. I 4,000 books. I'm a bookworm. Yes, and I'm gonna tell you something. It's so hard because when I was away for a year, some people stole some of my books, and I had to make a. First, I had to, I'll be like, y'all better be careful. I know y'all playing, but stealing my books is not a good idea. Yeah, you can take my clothes, but my books and my swords, yeah, you can. Yeah, yeah. Yep, Selma's next week's. He got a book utility bill. No, I got like the necklace Black Panther wear. I hit it and the book fall out. That'd be me. It's like what's your ability? I am the ultimate bookworm. If it's in a book, it's my ability. Any book I is if it's in a book, it's my ability. Anything from nuclear fusion to cold fusion, I can do it if it's in a book. Take a look. It's in a book. Reading Rainbow. uh, Right, and then I commit them to memory too. There are times when I will give somebody a book that I have because I have two copies, or it's like I really like the book. I'm gonna tell you. Can you know the book I have given away the most, and I just wind up buying them another one, is Revolutionary Suicide by Huey Newton. I always give that book away, especially when for those when I think you're worthy of it. When I think also I give it away when I think you're on the level to be ready for it, because some people are they're not ready for it. Like people would run around here and quote Malcolm, and have you ever heard somebody quote something and you realize you're not living that? How can you be quoting it? Like people go around here saying your live is being promoted. Thank you, thank you. Like people run around here and be quoting somebody, and you be like, how does that work? Does that work from the couch? It works from the couch. People that are never in the, and people like, well, I don't like to show the work I do. There has to be a reason you're talking, but you like to talk about it. Yeah. And I do. Don't get me wrong. I have stopped. No, I did go through the chance when I have to film it differently because I made the mistake of not understanding the depravity of people and how I didn't think people online would go after communities of homeless people to get back at me. I never thought of that because, like I say, that's just not something I thought of. I didn't think of people would go after marginalized groups that I supported to get back at me. So um, those people. All right, I got an audience restriction. Your live contains themes some may find uncomfortable and has been restricted. My live has been restricted. It always happens. We live for that here. We understand that that's going to happen, that our lives are going to get restricted. But at the end of the day, understand, like saying by any means, It's like it's because of the CA in the comments. It's because of the CA in the comments. Oh, I don't care. If they want to, y'all can put it up. Y'all know I don't care. And I appreciate it because it's not like we're going to get any assistance from anybody who doesn't follow me. Change my name to community violator. Listen, you all remember the video I did on Queen Petty Lex? Yeah, I got a violation on that video because I was talking about slavery. I deleted TikToks a few months ago, so I'm glad I could tune in to this one on YouTube. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, you can catch me here on YouTube also, and you can catch up if you would like on the ones that I posted to YouTube also. Yeah, the one where I gave a breakdown of the discussion, and they told me that my video and they violated my video because basically I was talking about slavery and it's too complex a topic. I thought that was so. I was like, yeah, but I'm gonna keep talking about it because that's why I can't do the creators fund. I can post the video when you see the little videos and they say sensitive. They post it. You just have to go beyond the sensitive. But they also kick me out of creator funds because I continue to post the same kind of content. TikTok wants to make it incumbent upon me. They want to post and they want you to post about certain things, but like the video I just did telling Megan Kelly that if Don Lemon is telling you your husband is looking at his husband from across the room, then you're about to lose a husband. And Don Lemon is about to gain a husband. He's just going. I'm convinced Don Lemon gonna be into polygamy because he's gonna have more than one husband. Because he's gonna have Megan. He's gonna have Megan Kelly's husband in just a little while. Oh, another community guy. Yeah, another one. Yeah, they don't like me talking about Megan Kelly's husband. I see. It's the same one though. Sensitive. I mean, it's just a restriction. Don Lemon, Mr. Steal Your Man and not even trying. You know it's bad when you steal somebody man and you don't even be trying. You don't even be know. You're not even looking for him. You're not even. He about to steal Megan Kelly's man and he wasn't even looking for Megan Kelly's man. Yeah, I love TikTok shop. I appreciate it, Reese on it. But at the end of the day, it is that. So we have to overcome this idea that somehow we're going to individually beat the oppressor. Don't worry. I don't need everybody. I just need the people who truly want to fight. I told you I believe in the 2% rule. I believe in the 2% rule. If you can get 2% of the population that is dedicated towards a goal, dedicated towards it with the intent of by any means necessary under leadership, yeah, you can. Because the oppressor's main power is fear. They fear and it's not just fear of physical things. They usually give you enough to make you fear losing it. They give you enough and let you know that the system will take it from you if you truly oppose the system. Hubby used the TikTok pillow for his knees. Oh, and some candles on TikTok? Yeah. Do I you can get stickers in TikTok shop. Wow. TikTok shop the best. TikTok shop the best. Can I get back in? But they will use these things. It's like when you hear people talk. I was like, Bella's. You help me hear Bella. Bella like be start barking in her sleep. She does not. Bella just doesn't bark regularly, right? She doesn't. But I could tell, and it's not a loud bark. It's like a whimper bark, and I'd be like, do I need to? I have to wake her up, or I used to like put my hand on her so she'd stop. I need to see her squishy face. I don't think you can see her now. She's like, I don't mind moving the camera. I'll just fight with getting it back in position. You see her now. The bed was made. Understand, right? that I always try to like make the bed up, and this is what she does. She pulls it back to put herself where she wants to be. I'm like, I'm like, dog. I'm like, is there? And then she doesn't like. She doesn't do like Pinky and get in the under the covers, right? She just pulls them back to lay on them in different places. Does she cover herself up? No, she'll cover herself up. No, she really doesn't. Not by herself. She'll take all the covers and make a big mound out of them and lay on top of them. It's so funny. Mike in the way. Oh, it's so funny. Might have to deal with it. Hold on. Yeah, that's too much in the way, huh? Two down. I guess I could do this. Yeah, y'all just gonna. For mine, it depends on her mood. Bella has got to get comfortable. Right. Yeah, they got to get comfortable. Yeah. So that is that's the things I wanted to talk about today. I wanted to talk about. I was waiting for some new information on Gene Hackman because the autopsy report revealed that there was no external signs of fight, and I was telling people in the video when they were talking about carbon monoxide, and I said it sounds suspicious. I'm not saying. I just find it suspicious that in an 8,000 square foot home, two people in separate rooms could fall at the same time in this manner. I just found that strange. And I guess especially with space heaters, these are space heaters. And not to rule out that there's might be some other possibility of how carbon monoxide got in, but that wasn't my thing. My thing was it just sounded suspicious. And even the more information I get, it still sounds suspicious. That doesn't because they had been dead for a couple of weeks probably because mummification had set in. Decomposition and mummification had set in. So you wasn't just dead overnight. It wasn't overnight. And this is also New Mexico. Foul play because ain't no way two people and a dog are dead. Unless it's carbon monoxide poison or some kind of gas leak. Now the fire department said that there wasn't a gas leak. But and maybe it's just me, right? Because my first thing when I heard it, I can tell you now. My first thing when I heard it, the reason I didn't go to carbon monoxide because there was a dead dog. There was a dead dog in the closet. And I just didn't see, and also they had just been talking about Gene Hackman's house a few weeks ago, like last year. No, last year they were talking about his residence in New Mexico. And I read the article because, we had been in New Mexico giving out meals, and I saw New Mexico, and I was like, oh, I remembered the scenery that they were showing. So I read the article about Gene Hackman, and it was a picture of him and his wife, and they had three dogs. And I was like, so and this is how my mind works. That's why I think people don't understand it because I read so much that when something happens and I get information, I process it against what I've already read. Uh-oh. I think I'm in trouble. Okay. So I process it against what I've already read. And I read that and I said, a few months ago, you had three dogs. And in the article, it says only one dog was found. So I was like, where are the other two dogs? That was my first thing. Thank you. Thank you, Annie. Thank you. Appreciate the cash app. I said, where's the other dog? So that was why I was saying suspicious. I'm not ruling out anything, but I found it interesting that without a determination, that initially the police said they ruled out foul play. That's all I say. I'm not ruling out anything. It could come out to be, I don't see how, but that doesn't mean that I'm ruling out carbon monoxide. I'm just saying that this is suspicious, especially when two dogs are still alive and the door was open and it's an 8,000 square foot home. You know how much CO2 it takes to fill an 8,000 square foot home to the point that someone dies? the amount of time it would take, that house would have to be basically hermetically sealed to build up for two people in two different rooms to fall out because of carbon monoxide poison. The open pill bottle, like she fell out trying to take a field. So did she have a heart attack? At the same time he had a heart attack. He was 95. She was 63, I believe. 6 days and counting. Can't wait to see you, Raven. Yep. They said it was a lot of pill bottles. Right, and then you're 95. He probably had conditions that he needed pill bottles for, and yeah. So that was a reality, and that reality is why I said it was suspicious. And it was so funny watching people in the comment section telling, "Oh, it's carbon monoxide, stupid." You're like, "What y'all?" Okay. Uh, Okay, Jay has closed up the gas station, so he's about got to close the gas station. We'll let you know when to get on. So we're gonna stay here till Jay get home. I'm ready to hug your neck. Yes, I'm ready to have my neck hugged. I'm ready. I am ready. I am ready because that's the reality. We'll be on the road, and I'm staying up for 2 days, so I'm asleep for 12 hours because I'm be excited to be in Selma. So I'm staying up. I'm staying up. Yeah, and it's probably and y'all going to see. And it's another reason. I'm gonna tell you why I don't go to sleep with mixed company like I keep when we're on road trips, right? Because I have a tendency of recording people when they sleep. So, yes, that's one reason that I don't go to sleep on long trips until it's just me and the driver. Because yeah, you're not getting me. You're not getting me. Yes, if you watch some of my road trips in the past, you'd be like, yeah, I got them. I got videos of people sleep on the road trip. You're going to that. You're to the name of the movie. Yeah. Alabama passed a law making it harder to sue law enforcement for police abuse. Listen, it amazes me that Alabama is doing this when Alabama just had a whole city where they fired all the police officers in it. Watch out for the Triple K boys. Stephen, I have literally been. Um, I have to tag you in a video where I went to Harrison, Arkansas, and Zinc, Arkansas. Yeah, yeah, I watch out for them. I literally, I literally went to them. I told you, I don't advocate everybody to do what I do. Trust me, I don't because I know people are not prepared to do what I'm gonna do to get out of these situations. I know it because we went to Zinc, Arkansas, and Harrison, Arkansas, and it was the home of the Klan now, right? And so yeah, I went. I have video, I recorded video while I was there, and walked around and went look. And I was mad. I watch out for them, but they don't ever show up. What town in Arkansas? Harrison and Zinc. Zinc, 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 Arkansas, and Harrison, Arkansas. And we went down there, and I'm there thinking I'm with people that are there to really do something, and these people want to have a meal with the Klan. I'm like, I didn't come here to eat potato salad with the Klan. I thought that was, I thought that was so hilarious that you were on the other side of the state from where we live. Yeah, and I'm gonna show you the video. I could pull up the video. As a matter of fact, hold on a minute. Let me see if TikTok will allow me to pull up that video. I want to show you this video. I'm literally out here, and they are. Let me see. Nathan. Um. Oh, let me find out where it's. Let me see. I should have indexed it. I have to go through. I don't remember what hashtag I put on it. But let me see if I can find it right quick. Bum 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 bum. Like things like this is when I find out. the people are using variations of my name that I think is so funny. Uh, let's Arkansas or Kansas. Let's see if it's under that. Mm, dun 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 dun. Scrolling, scrolling, scrolling. Keep those. I'm going to have to just repost it when I find it because it's not there. But yeah, I was in Harrison, Arkansas, and Zinc, Arkansas, and they wanted to basically have kumbaya moments with the Klan. I thought that was ridiculous. I thought that was ridiculous. Mm-mm. More of the bromance between Zinc and yeah, it's not a bromance. And then I have other people do it. I'm gonna look one more, try one more time. Then, if not, I can't find it. I don't think they let me. They I think they. I had a hashtag with the KKKK, and they took it down. I tried to add an extra K to it. TikTok didn't like that. They're trying to throw a banquet with the triple K. Yeah, you will see that there. See what there, Tay Tay? You know I'm from Mississippi, right? You know I'm from Mississippi. I always find it funny when I tell people, why do you think we're able to smell implicit biases as much as racism? Also, it's not my first time in Alabama either. Mm-mm, mm-mm, mm-mm. To get by. I want to revisit Harrison. It was another trip I wanted to take to Harrison because I wanted to recreate a video that was done there um, a few years ago of the boy with the Black Lives Matter sign and people would drive by him. I wanted to recreate that video. And I want to do that. I want to, we also want to do the part where the reverse freedom riders. I think they're gonna have to do that next year. I want to do the reverse freedom riders tour. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Got a troll over on Twitch, and don't do any good because they always come over. All right, Atlanta, the real Negro news, indigenous issues, the dozens, mass shootings, what the hell, life lessons, higher education, TikTok, helping the homeless. Activism requires action. What's under that? How many under that? Well, I got 12 posts under this, and it only shows me. mm, yeah. Okay. So that's what we got going on. We're going to wait for Jay to get home. Um, any questions? Any questions about anything tonight? Any questions? Tomorrow night, movie night, of course. Tomorrow night is bootleg movie night 3000 with TNathan. What am I showing? Um, I don't know. Let's see. What did I get new? I'm not watching Reacher. Okay, I'm not watching Reacher. I do not find Reacher interesting. I do not. I know everyone's telling me that Reach. I want to watch a movie called The Gorge. It's called The Gorge, Gorge. I want to watch that. I got that. Um, I'm not. I know people want to watch like comedies and things. I'm not really a big comedy person. I have something called The Brutalist. Oh, Flight Risk. That's what I want to watch. I want to watch Flight Risk also. So those are the two movies. And then I came across something called The Inheritance, and I'll get the nephew to see if it's any good before I spend $4.99 on it. Um, Finding Tony. I don't know what that is. Tailgate. A Complete Unknown. We saw the presence. Oh, Putin. A portrayal of formidable political figures unraveling the contrasting facets of an iron fist tie. Oh, yeah. I don't even care if y'all want to watch it. I'm getting that one just because I want to watch it. Um, so, yeah, we got some good choices. Breaking Point. Mm. And we got some campy, there's some campy horror movies also up here. What planes crash you still want to watch? With planes crashing, you still want to watch Flight Risk? Yes, yes. And listen. Watching Flight Risk, I want to say something. Good, interesting. You mentioned that. Apocalypto is great. It's yeah, nothing like you colonizers scaring the hell out of indigenous people. Um, Listen, Gracie, I'm glad you mentioned that because you all remember how the first plane crash and at Reagan International Airport that it was DEI. It was all the DEI, DEI, DEI. We had a near miss at Chicago and another near miss at Reagan International with two planes taking off the same day. And I'm gonna tell you, I'm not one to believe in conspiracy theories, right? But I'm gonna say this: that Elon Musk, Mr. Doge himself, is going to get a government contract for his Starlink to take to back up the FAA's air traffic control service. He is just about to get. He's about to kick out Verizon, and they're going. The man who is charged with getting all the information on government contracts to find waste is about to get Starlink into the FAA competition with Verizon. And they're saying right now, they're saying they're just going to use it to back up. I just thought it was interesting that at a time when we do all this attention to plane near misses, that Elon Musk is now going to get a major contract. And can somebody explain me why people who live in paycheck to paycheck in rural areas, if that, are capping for a billionaire like Elon Musk? I believe that's an ultimate goal, Steve, but I believe it's an ultimate goal to really just shift SpaceX to NASA. I do. I do. I believe he wants to truly privatize space exploration for NASA, but he wants to rebrand it as SpaceX, and then have make. And if I see when I look at the wealth management fund that this president has created, that people are not just paying attention to in general. There are people like me that pay attention to it, but I could see also how you can dump a half interest in um, a company that will be a government company combined with a privately owned company like SpaceX. And I can see how you can drop the government portion ownership into a wealth management company. They want to be like him. God, I hope not. Yes. Must needs to be on his next rocket that doesn't make it to space. All right, Jay is home safely, you all. All right, Jay. Jay has made it home safely. Olivia is home safely. Everybody, anybody else was listening to us that were listening to us till they got home safely? Okay. All right. So tomorrow night, Reese asked me to do a panel discussion. Depending on what happens tomorrow with Zelensky, because y'all know Zelensky is going to be in the United States tomorrow to sign some kind of mineral rights deal with Trump. So, of course, I'm going to want to cover that if something comes out of that. Um, but we may do panel discussion, maybe Saturday. We might get together on Saturday and do a panel discussion if y'all come up with a topic and not just inundate me with jokey jokes. All right. So yeah, depending on what happens with mm, Zelensky's meeting tomorrow, and then next week, like we say, we're gonna go. We'll be filming live and streaming live from Selma, if I remember to take my computer. If not, we'll just be streaming live on my phone, whatever it does. Did you see the new Trump hat that he made? Yes, yes, I saw the. You talk about an egotist. Trump was right hat. Yeah, I got a flight to Iceland connecting to. listen, listen. This is the thing about Pirate. He gonna say something serious one day, and we're not even gonna know he's serious. We gonna be like, "Yeah, sure, Pirate. You're on a plane to Japan right now from Iceland." He gonna be like, "Yes, I was." But anyway, so yeah, I saw those hats. I saw those hats. They were comical, to say the least. I think that's the safest thing I can say about them. Yeah, but all right, you all consider subscribing to my YouTube channel, and that in case, just in case, whatever happens, you'll have more than one way to watch the show because the show will be here. I'm not going to be fired from the radio station anytime within the next year. I need to share the latest thing I designed. Look, listen, we're on it. So, anybody have any questions? Anybody got anything to say? And remember, any donations to the fund will be greatly appreciated. We're accepting donations to like March 1st or the 2nd. But yeah, I will be taking down the GoFundMe page because I'm not going to leave an open-ended GoFundMe page up like some people do. I'd like to thank Petra for creating it for me, helping me create it. I'd like to thank everybody who's donated thus far. We have $500. I'd like to thank you all for that. I'd like to thank you all for your general support. I'd like to thank you all who actually get it. I really want to thank because you all do a lot to keep me even keeled and keep my faith in segments of humanity going because I do believe that there are just some people. I did not even talk about the Tate brothers being in the United States today and how the Trump administration actually interfered with Romania. Oh, and I'm Romania. I need you all to contact me by email. GCPR. I have a following in Romania. But yeah, I need to know how you all feel about the Tate brothers and any local information you all have. I don't think the charges against them were dropped. They were just allowed to leave the country, and of course, they made a beeline to Florida. And you looked at the Trump special envoy is intervened on behalf of the Tate brothers by mentioning it to the Romanian government. And then within a few days of him mentioning it, they are allowed to leave the country and come to the United States. And this is interesting because the Tate brothers, if you know, they're actually migrants also, or birthright citizenship because their father, I believe, is from the UK and their mother is US or the other way around. But they have dual citizenship between the UK and the United States because of that. Yeah. And DeSantis actually took to a press conference, Petra, and saying they're not welcome there, but they didn't do anything to kick them out the state. Did you hear that the Las Vegas police was giving a million in Cybertrucks. You know, I find that so funny that that would happen in the place where one was used as a terrorist weapon. I find that so funny. Also, news flash for you all. I also been informed that ICE is going to be stepping up their deportation rate because they want to start deporting 1,500 people a day. They want to start deporting 1,500 people a day starting March the 1st. And they're probably already stepping up. So I have that from a good source that that is the new goal per day for ICE deportations. Um, the tape, it was donated from a billionaire. Oh, the Tate brothers, the Tate brothers are basically pieces of shit that advocate for violence against women, submission of women. They were in Romania on trafficking charges. They've been held on trafficking charges and a bunch of other charges involving transporting minors. Um, and of course, they had their assets seized. And I'd be wondering, I'd be like, man, they had this guy, these guys, and of course, they had been banned from most social media. And then when Elon Musk bought X, he allowed them back on X. And he has like 10 million followers on X. He monetizes these places. He's made videos talking about choking and beating women. And this he's aligned, he's far right stream. He aligns himself with the machoism that they I tell you, only people that think that's macho or that Donald Trump has any macho is and the only men that think that are weak ass men themselves. Yeah, Elon has been backing them for a while. They quite literally said out loud that they're used a popular traffic. Right. They quite literally said it, but there was no evidence that the Romanian government could come up with. Steve, right. Trump's kind of guy. Right. Yes, I do find it vindication that the news has now came around to my use of suspicious in the term in the death of Gene Hackman. Yeah, now all of a sudden everywhere I look they're saying suspicious, even if it turns out to be carbon monoxide poison, it still was suspicious. Yeah. Greetings everyone. Like I said, thank you once again. One more plug for my trip to Selma. Cash App is right here or right. Mm, 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 Yeah, there we go. This mirroring effect fucks me up. That's it. Cash App right there if you want to donate to the trip or if you want to donate through GoFundMe. I said the GoFundMe we cut off because the funds from GoFundMe take a day or two to catch up. Cash App is instantly. Yeah, we'll deeply appreciate any donations you all make. And we'll be there next week. Check my phone. Do I need to check it? So FedEx is expanding their DEI program to include a scholarship program for the LGBTQIA community. Yes, I want to. That's what I want to see. I want to see FedEx, and I'm tell you, Costco and the companies that are standing in the gap. I appreciate them, even though I believe that until we dismantle the system, white supremacy is going to profit from anything we do in the system. But it is a moral decision and it's a moral victory. Okay, all right, hold on. Got another text. I hope a Republican shits their pants today. He, I hope he. Oh, oh my goodness, that is hilarious. All right, J Home, Petra's typing. There's a shortage of top-notch epic. I thought you said I was like, no, that wasn't right. Air traffic controllers. If you have retired but are opening to returning to work, please consider doing so. Yeah, I just gotta say this. You all know I can't go. I can't. Right, Chick-fil-A has DEI also, but which is really interesting. But I can't go without talking about this. The fact that Elon Musk says he's in charge, they're in charge of trying to cut government waste and spending. And we already know. Do you all know? I look at the website, the Doge website. Thank you, Nancy. I look at the Doge website every day. Oh, thank you, Nancy, for the donation. I look at the Doge website every day. Do you know they quietly have removed like five five entries that totaled like 20 to 30 billion dollars? They have quietly removed them and corrected the one for 8 billion down to 8 million. Doge has not saved the people of this country anything. It has not saved them anything. That's why I'm laughing at this people believing that they're going to return 20%. I want to see this tax. I cannot wait. You all going to hear me scream when I see the budget that this administration is going to ask for, because I guarantee it's going to be over $6 trillion. Right. I can guarantee it's going to be over $6 trillion. They're cutting jobs. They're cutting jobs, and they're still not cutting enough jobs to get to $1 trillion. $1 trillion is not the output. $1 trillion involve program. And I'm wondering, right? I can't wait for our $5,000 check. I know the aisle, the Hogwarts aisle is supposed to be bringing mine. Hogwarts. Hogwarts. I can't be even referencing Hogwarts anymore because anytime I reference Hogwarts, I think of how much I can't stand J.K. Rowling. And I was telling Bestie, I went back and read, I just read a random Harry Potter book because I really liked Harry Potter when it first came out. And then I realized I superimposed onto it because they're trash. They're about slavery of elves. It's just so much trash in these books that I was, because I read them at the time, because if you are blurred like me, you look for things because you want things to be relevant. But yeah, Prison of Azkaban is okay. The rest of them are trash, and they also are. I should have known. I should have seen the homophobia in J.K. Rowling's in the novels. Not the homophobia. She's transphobic. She's not homophobic, even though I don't understand how, but she's transphobic, and I should have seen it. But they're trash, and I had to go back and read it to make sure it was trash. Right, 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 Rain. And I wasn't a kid. It was just like I was open to reading it. I was caught up in the idea of it. And when I read them, and then I went back and read one book, and I was like, how did I ever not see this? Um, Skid Mark one, y'all. Anything else? Anything from anybody except Pirate? They're not even real. They're right. They're not even well written books. I realize how much we took to the book. We took to the good book. Right, right. Characters like that. I like how the young actors speak up against. Right, I do, and it's a shame because the book I didn't read is actually, and it's hard to like. I personally like the creatures, strange creatures, and where to find them. I personally like that series better than I look back on and I like Dumbledore. I like Jude Law playing Dumbledore. I just can't. And I think some of it is the rub off. They're not well written as I thought they were when I first read them, and I can't stand J.K. Rowling. Listen, I had all the books too. Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. Thank you. And I put up with Frank Kieran's prose. Listen, right? See, see, Harry know how to get me because he know I'm a big Dune fan. I am a big Dune fan. I mean, the the layer of the white worm is one of my favorite in the series, right? And I'm a big Dune. But Frank Huber wrote the way he wrote is kind of taxing. But it's also he the topic is so interesting because he's built this world. And I'm gonna tell you somebody else who does it for me is Isaac Asimov. Cause yeah, it's about to get nerdy for a minute. If you want to leave, I'll see y'all later. But Isaac Asimov, I am a big Isaac Asimov fan because the Foundation series is one of my favorite series. It was started off as a trilogy, winds up being seven books, and it is great. The way he links worlds together, it's great. I love Isaac Asimov. And Apple TV did a Foundation series, and I don't know if it's coming back for the next season, but it's good. Oh, hey, thank you for reminding me. Hey, e- hold on 1 minute. DJ, tonight is Thursday. I apologize. Um, what's up? Well, he ain't called me, so I don't think he ready. All right, DJ, I know you're listening. Get ready. I'm about to turn it over. And thank you for allowing me to go over. Thank you all listening to me. And remember, my audience in Romania, please let me know if they're dropping the charges against the Tate brothers, if y'all have any local information that we don't have on the international market. And I'll see you all tonight, tomorrow night, 10 o'clock Central Standard Time, 11 o'clock Eastern Time. And I'm going to learn the time in your different time zones that follow me. All right, peace out. Yeah, I forgot. I forgot. Um, Dune got great points, but he didn't have to do all that. Dune, Dune works. Yeah, I forgot. And tonight's Thursday. I try not to go over on Thursday and Fridays on him. But if he wanted to, if he was really in a hurry for it, he would have called me. He tells me he'll text me in advance and he'll ask me something, or he'll tell me he's running late. If he's running late, I'll be like, "Oh, you in trouble," because I'm just gonna get off when I get off now. But yeah, and I'm also working on hosting an independent show. The reason I haven't got around to it is because I've been busy. But I'm working on opening an independent show for independent artists, music artists, and spotlight their music on like a little jazz lounge. It doesn't matter what kind of music you do, as long as it's not cussing me out or something like that. I want to do independent artists, spotlight them, start a show on Saturday or Sunday for an hour, and we'll see how that works out. And if you all know any independent artists that would be interested in having their music spotlight on a radio show and lives, just let me know. I can do interviews with them. We're gonna do things like um, if you all have projects you all working on that you all like independent artists or you even I want to talk to you if you have artists if you have projects going on in your community that you want to spotlight, yeah, we can do all that. So hit me up. I need to get somebody that's going to like go through them for me. I came across an all black punk rock band recently and they're fantastic. Good. I see half of your face and half of the mic. I just can't sit back. Yeah. Is it better? I might want to hide behind the mic. All right. I'm gonna get out of here anyway. We got DJ out of here. Thank you all. And I'll send you the ticket. Good, thank you. Slide to the left. Slide to the right. Crisscross one time. Crisscross one time. Let me know. My son's got okay, Steve. Good. Do I follow? I did follow you, Steve. Didn't I follow you? Yeah, I know you followed. Yeah. All right, let me check my text one more time before I go. I don't see any text from you, Reese. Oh, ooh, wow. They down here. We got 5 texts from Reese. I'm not watching that right now. I know it's some. Anytime Reese, anytime Reese, you usually tell me if you are going somewhere just in case. I I'm live. I'm live. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm not showing. I'm not watching that video. Wait, I'll watch it right. I'll watch it right now. Peace out, and I'll see you all. Like I say, tomorrow movie night, and we're gonna have some good. I'm gonna watch The Gorge, but I know it's a slow burn, so you're not gonna watch Reese's educational video.